Verse of the day for November 22nd. Here you go. Sunday, the message comes from Isaiah. Isaiah is a prophet from the Old Testament, which means the first part of the book, the Old Testament. And it's just Isaiah relates to God many times, especially in the Old Testament. Um, Books are titled for the people who had a good relationship with God, or heard the most from God to spread a message to the people of Israel. So this is what this book is going to be about. Let's just go right into it. I don't have any more description of the chapter because I can't recall it off on the spot. If I had researched this, or if I ever did research on these topics, I'd tell you beforehand, but that's the best summary. This is someone who is in a good, deep relationship with God, who can communicate and spread God's message to where it needs to go. And that's what Isaiah is good at. So let's see what it says. The chapter of today, Isaiah 25:1. And I'll just read it. It's titled A Song of Praise to God. Lord, you are my God. I honor you and praise your name because you did amazing things. The words you said long ago are completely true. Everything happened exactly as you said it would, and you destroyed the city that was protected by strong walls. Now it is only a pile of rocks. The foreign palace has been destroyed. It will never be rebuilt. That is why powerful nations will honor you. Powerful people from strong cities will fear you. You have been a safe place for poor people in trouble. You are like a shelter from floods and shade from the heat when powerful men attack. They are like rain streaming down the walls that protect us from the storm. Like the heat of summer in a dry land, the angry shouts of those foreigners brought us to our knees. But like a thick cloud that blocks the summer heat, you answered their challenge. So that was a lot of verbiage. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what exactly was going on, but it's just a praise of God. It's just someone saying that, yes, God, I've read your word, and everything that you said would happen came true. And it happened exactly like you said. And you destroyed a city, a strong city that was protected by strong walls, and now it's only a pile of rocks. You said in your word that was going to happen, and I see it with my own eyes. And as you can see in this, he's just thrilled, and his spirit is empowered, and his faith has increased 10 times by seeing what God said a long time ago in the Bible and seeing it act out and seeing it come to pass. And now he's just impressed with that, and he's praising God about it. How does this apply to our lives? Well, God has written this. God has left us this book, Old Testament and New Testament. And in the New Testament tells us what's to happen in the future. And it tells you there's going to be wars and rumors of wars, and the sun will turn, the moon will turn to blood or whatever, the sun will stop giving light and that kind of thing. We haven't seen those things yet, but of course, you know how amazed and empowered you would be inside of your faith if all of those things happen tomorrow. So we haven't seen it yet, but God always makes sure that He leaves enough information so you can know what is to come. So in this day and age, the things to look for are found in Revelation mostly, and also in the first four books of the New Testament, where Jesus tells you what's to come too. So if you ever want to know what's to come, what happens after Jesus gave his life, what's supposed to be going on now, just check out those books, Revelations mostly. So that's he's just hyped up. He's just excited because he sees these things come to pass, and that when you see something that's true and it comes to pass and it happens, something predicted in God's word, and it actually is acted out, then that really increases your faith. That's what really solidifies any doubters. If you couldn't believe God for his word up front, then now you can definitely believe him because you see it happening out just like God said. If it wasn't true, it wouldn't be happening like God called it. So the verse of the day was, Lord, you are my God. I honor you and praise your name because you did amazing things. The words you said long ago are completely true. Everything happened exactly as you said it would, as you said it would. So that tells you that God's no liar. This person, sometimes it takes your own It takes your own experience with God or um, your own proof to come to pass in order for you to really believe for yourself. It would be wonderful if we all in the world could read that verse and say, you know what? Because he lived at that time and he wrote this down and he said that God's word came to pass and God's word was true. And then he got hyped up on his faith in God because he saw it happen. Then maybe we should just take his example and say, let's believe what he believed because he was able to see something that happened true in person from God. But a lot of us like to have our own experiences, and which is a good thing to do. You don't really want to trust just everything you see, hear, or are told. You want to have the experience for yourself in order to believe. So ask God for experiences. Ask God to disclose things to you. Ask God to open your mind and your spirit up to witness what's going on around you, and that way you can have the proof for yourself. I remember it was there's some sections in the Bible um, that seem hard to believe, but at the same time they're believable. But there was one particular section that I didn't believe at all. I said this on another Bible video too, where this man, he was so outraged that he would rip his shirt apart. And I thought in my mind, I mean, out of the whole Bible, that was the only part that didn't sound like it could be possible or true. Because I'm looking like, who would rip their own clothes? Wouldn't you rip somebody else's clothes or put the anger on someone else? But not long after I doubted that in my head, I saw someone just do that to themselves. They were so mad they ripped their own shirt off, almost like a hook, you know. how what's his name? Bruce, he rips his shirt off and he turns big and green. Yeah, I didn't think that. I mean, it was a little thing. It's not like it takes much to prove that, but it was just something that automatically I doubted inside my head. Like, oh, this is not even real. That part, I doubt that happened. I mean, there's not really any other part in the Bible that I said I doubt that happened, but that was one of them, and I got to see it for my own self. So definitely God's word is true. Ask God to open your eyes to things that are going on. Ask God if you are still a doubter, if you don't believe, if you read the whole Bible and you still can't believe, ask God, oh, can you just show me? Because I'm not where I should be in my faith. I don't have faith in none of this stuff. It doesn't sound real. It's not true. And God will definitely show you the things that you are doubting. So that's what we can take away from that. What else? That's about it. So that one was pretty quick too, at 7 or 8 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go to the last verse of the day, which is today. Today is actually November 23rd, Monday. And on this 22nd one, happy birthday to my big sister. I'll just go ahead and say that. But other than that, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.